Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Bernie here, bringing you yet another video here in the Charge, giving the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. And guys, before we get started on to today's video talking about what just happened in that crazy Houston Rockets LA Lakers game, go and check out our other videos we have here on the channel as well, and also hit that subscribe button if you are new to make sure you don't miss our awesome content that we put out here on the channel. We of course have the video talking about will Luka Doncic run away with the Rookie of the Year, and also will Marvin Bagley and Trae Young struggle. That's what I want you guys to do in the comments down below, and that video is to put what you guys think of those questions. But now we gotta talk about this Lakers-Rockets game, because to me, this was a really awesome and amazing game up until that fight. And we're just gonna get straight into the fight. I mean, it was really dumb the way that Ingram kind of initiated it just because he was upset with the call. I mean, it's James Harden. I mean, I don't know what you expect. He's always going to get those type of calls. So when that happens, you just have to live with it. You just have to deal with what the refs are giving him, because they're not going to get that in the playoffs. James Harden got barely any of those calls in the playoffs, but when it's the regular season, he's king of getting fouls there. But a thing that just really irked me, and the reason why I think LeBron James numerous amount of times does not want rookies or young players on his team, is for that reason. Not being able to handle the moment. The big pressure when it's all on him. They crumble. And it's really frustrating to me because I think this team has the potential. I've talked about it numerous amount of times as to what I think Brandon Ingram can be with our fixer-uppers and all those type of videos and all those chemistry things. It just comes to play today. I mean, look what happened. It's so frustrating to me to see that Brandon Ingram couldn't keep his cool, and also Rondo, the mature veteran that you brought in to make sure that they handles and mentors Lonzo Ball. Is that what I want from a teacher, to kind of do that so that way they can imitate that in real life? No. So that to me is the most frustrating thing about it. You have a veteran in Rondo, who I'm very disappointed in, actually initiated a fight with Chris Paul. I understand Chris Paul punched him first and, poked him in the eye, but at the same time, you got to keep your cool, because then you'll even out the free throws and maybe not be technical fouls. I mean, you have to be smart, and this is why LeBron James doesn't like playing with those type of players. I mean, we see it here now, and why he didn't want guys like Andrew Wiggins on his team, why he didn't want these young guys. I mean, Kyrie Irving was still young at the time, but at the same time, he was very mature for his age, and it kind of showed you as to how he became an NBA champion that 2016 season. This is right here. I know I had them in second place in my predictions, and I think maybe next week it's going to have to change a little bit, because I'm very disappointed. I know this is a very big overreaction on what happened, but at the same time, this just can't happen. LeBron James, Rajon Rondo, those guys need to take ownership and take leadership, and to tell the team, like, hey, we cannot handle the game like this again, because you know why? It's going to look really bad when we go into the locker room, when we go to other places, when we go into the playoffs, for example. You're facing against the Golden State Warriors, and that happens with Draymond Green or Kevin Durant. Kiss that season goodbye. I understand you're not trying to win a championship this season, but at the same time, it's just disheartening to see that Brandon Ingram was in that. That is the main takeaway I would take away from this game, is how upset and disappointed I am with Brandon Ingram. Otherwise, this game was an awesome game. It was a one-point game at that point. It could have gone either way, but it ended up going the way of the Houston Rockets. That's how disappointing this is, because this would have been a huge momentum carrier if they would have won this game against the Houston Rockets, who won their most games in a franchise. So that's something that I'm very disappointed to see. When we look at the stats tonight, LeBron James had 24 points. He didn't really play his best. I mean, I've kind of been disappointed in his start. I understand that when he was in Cleveland, when he was in Miami, it's a very slow start. But at the same time, it's going to get even harder now that you're probably going to be losing Rondo. You're probably going to be losing Ingram, a guy that was supposed to be your second star player on your team. Going to be gone for the next couple of games. We don't know how many. All we know is that it probably will be a couple, because Brandon Ingram initiated the whole thing and then also threw more punches when he didn't need to. And it's just so dumb. And, there's rumors that Rondo spat on Chris Paul. We haven't seen the video come out yet. Maybe we'll see it from a different angle, or a fan in the attendance captured that film. We don't know yet. But all I know is this: LA, you need to grow up. This is the reason why LeBron James was nervous and also was not sure until the final minute whether or not to sign with the LA Lakers. Because of this, when it starts off with the diss tracks with Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma. When you are young, I understand. I mean, I'm the same age as around Kyle Kuzma. You're young, you want to have fun, but at the same time, when you play with LeBron James and when you're expected to get championships and be in a championship mindset, this stuff can't happen. I'm sorry. I understand that you want to have your fun, you want to be out there doing your thing, scoring your buckets, but when you're on a LeBron James team, there's more pressure, more expectations on you, and if you're not built to handle it, Magic Johnson will just trade you, and so will Rob Pelinka. Those guys will get rid of you. And I'm a Celtics fan. I want to see LA versus Boston again. We're getting it in the World Series right now. I want to see that in basketball because that is the biggest rivalry. And I think that'd be awesome for the NBA to have it in the next couple years. Obviously not this year, but maybe in the next 2 to 3. I would love to see that. But that is just my reaction to what the fight just happened. Otherwise, guys, it was 125-115. The Houston Rockets won the game. PJ Tucker had 6 points. The most points was James Harden. He came back and bounced back from that Pelicans game. Had 7 rebounds. 5 assists. Chris Paul had 28, which is awesome to see. Clint Capella had 19. Clint Capella was a very big piece as to what and the reason why the Houston Rockets are so successful right now. I mean, he's just changing the game for them. And maybe I was wrong. I mean, obviously Carmelo Anthony really didn't do that much other than get 7 points and 10 rebounds. Not really doing that much because he's coming off the bench, but at the same time, very disappointed in the LA Lakers. A good win for the Houston Rockets as they look to bounce back from that loss against the Pelicans. They did that tonight in LA, and maybe it'll continue to catapult them forward, and maybe they'll be ahead of the Lakers in their rankings when we look back at it. Me and my boy Pete will go over our overreactions on Monday, and we'll have that recorded for you and hopefully out by Tuesday. But anyway, guys, this has been your boy Bernie here on The Charge, giving the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. Guys, remember to go and hit that subscribe button, go and hit that like button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.